I was going to say all dildos look alike. They don't, of course.
I got him right there, right on the cheek. It was great aim.
Waitangi is all about provocative action.
My name's Hayden Donnell, and I'm a New Zealander. I love kiwi onion dip, climbing trees, and Dave Dobbin. I'm a journalist employed by a website called the Spinoff, and lately I've been consumed by one obsession. For too long, museums have been cluttered with bird bones and squid corpses. So we're travelling across New Zealand. We want to secure treasures from our ancient past and convince our National Museum to accept them. I don't know if we'll succeed in our mission, but I'm willing to risk everything to get it to Te Papa.
Good evening. Stephen Joyce took one on the chin for his boss, John Key, today, becoming the latest visitor to have a projectile thrown at them at Waitangi.
Stephen Joyce standing in for the Prime Minister and becoming the target of the latest Waitangi protest incident, hit with a sex toy.
The day of the dildo began like any other. It was the eve of Waitangi 2016.
As happens every year, New Zealanders mark the signing of the Treaty of Waitangi, one of New Zealand's founding documents, with a public holiday and commemorations at Waitangi in Northland. Politicians were gathered at Te Marae to commemorate a treaty they've mostly broken or disrespected.
Then in a few seconds, everything changed.
Absolutely, we always take something away from every meeting we have.
That's for raping our sovereignty.
Oh, yes, yes.
I don't think I'd ever seen anything like it before.
How could I forget that moment when he got hit in the face with a dildo? It was incredible, and it's still funny to this day. Every time I watch it, it's still funny.
I have admitted, sort of, that I did laugh out loud.
I felt sorry for him. That was my immediate reaction.
It's been a place of struggle, a place of pain, a place of hope for many. You know, it's a sacred place in New Zealand.
I mean, this was, in a very literal sense, the dildo that circled the earth, wasn't it? The sex toy gave us that platform on the world stage, I think.
For a time, all anyone talked about was the dildo. But like any story, it faded. People started focusing on other things. Their minds wandered. Mine didn't.
And the months after the dildo strike, what was Hayden like?
You'd say, have you got any ideas for stories? He'd say, the dildo should be in Te Papa. Would you like a beer, Hayden? Dildo Te Papa.
I did say that. I said it because I believe it.
The dildo was an artefact of national significance. I had to know what happened to it. Oh. Stephen Joyce, the politician whose face was dildoed, was no use. I needed an eyewitness account. Someone who saw the dildo up close. Someone who knew what happened to it after the cameras stopped rolling. I found that person in our nation's capital, at the seat of government.
Claire, where were you when the dildo was thrown?
We had been in a stand-up with Stephen Joyce.
And you see a blur out of the side of your eye. Then?
Bounces off his face and then poof onto the ground. Joyce wound up the press conference fairly rapidly, and he wandered off.
I thought it was an egg coming.
The police by the stage had hold of José Butler.
The dildo thrower?
Yes, the dildo thrower. And the dildo was lying there with no one around it or anything. So I went over and I took a photo.
Claire, is this the photo you took?
Yes, that is the photo I took. Various people were calling it a dildo or a... And by this stage, José had appeared in some other media with a replica of it, which had a face on it.
The fake penis has a face on it?
Yes, it had a face on it, on the other side, clearly.
Are you telling me it's not a working dildo?
Well, technically, no, not a dildo. So I Googled, you know, sex toys with a face or something, and found the likely suspect, the only one that looked like it, and discovered it was a 9-inch squeaky pecker.
So the Waitangi dildo is actually the Waitangi 9-inch squeaky pecker?
Yes.
Does the dildo belong in Te Papa?
Yes. Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
I definitely wouldn't put the dildo in Te Papa. I really wouldn't. I don't know if we want to see that as being a symbol of our, our protest at Waitangi.
I think that is a contemporary icon. that should be there. Put it in a box and leave it there forever.
Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh, I just realised what I said.
Armed with Claire's intel, we purchased our own squeaky peckers. It was time to meet the pecker thrower, José Butler. What I think about when I think about you, you had one shot. No, obviously then you'd get arrested. And it hit balls, face, ground.
Yeah, yeah, it did.
Technique-wise, do you throw shaft or base?
First of all, you need to get your grip right, so you need to hold it around the shaft.
Around the shaft, like low down, like that?
Low
near
down.
the...
Yeah, near the balls. And then we're throwing shaft forwards.
Yeah, okay, so what do you shaft forwards like?
Yeah.
Like a rocket?
Like a rocket. Take
like
a few
rocket.
calming breaths, think of your country, and then launch away. Oh. A valiant attempt.
When did you first think, you know, I'm going to do a protest at Waitangi?
I think it was probably about 2 months prior to Waitangi Day, I started thinking I'd like to do something significant because I'd tried kind of every democratic means to stop the TPPA at that point. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll try to throw something hilarious. I said to one of the police officers, I was like, is that a national MP there? He was like, yeah, it is. I was like, oh, fantastic, I've got something for him. And yeah.
You said this to the police
throw
officer?
it, yeah.
It's spectacularly ill-advised to tell the police officer.
Yeah. Well, provocative action is exactly that. You provoke a response because everybody's ignoring it. It's part of the way we are in New Zealand, and I think Māori have led that protest movement.
I think it's a little unfortunate that it became one of the more well-known Waitangi protests in that, in some ways, it's almost trivialised or minimised a long struggle around Waitangi.
Is that, do you think, a legitimate thing to protest at Waitangi, the TPPA?
Personally, I thought it was appropriate, and interestingly, I recently found out my great-great-great-grandfather is a dude named Te Kimera, and he was one of the first people ever to speak on Waitangi, and he was a staunch advocate of protest at Waitangi, so it's in my blood to be doing this stuff.
I guess for me, what sort of plagues my mind and kind of makes me, sort of keeps me up at night is like, what happened? Hits his cheek, hits the ground, what happened next to it?
I remember the police, they initially charged me with assault, and I said, no, you have to go have a look at what it was. And then the police came back with it, and they were squeaking it, and they were giggling, and they go, okay, disorderly conduct will be the charge then. Okay. Like, phew, and that was the last time I saw it.
The squeaky pecker is still out there somewhere.
Yeah. Still out there somewhere.
I had to get to the bottom of this. Knowing the squeaky pecker was still out there, I convinced my editor Toby to let me visit its last known location. My mission? Secure the Waitangi Dildo and convince our National Museum Te Papa to exhibit it. For all to see. We boarded my Toyota Hiace, a trusted friend who'd carried me through dozens of road trips across New Zealand. Fuck.
What's happened? What's happened?
The van is overheating. Fuck. Oh my God. Fuck.
Right.
My van had betrayed me. As I watched a local mechanic take it away, questions raced through my mind. Would I ever see my van again? And how would I reach the squeaky pecker without it? Thankfully, my director José secured new transport. It was time to visit Ground Zero, the exact place Stephen Joyce and his face was introduced to the squeaky pecker. Waitangi, in the car park of the Copthorne Hotel. Okay, I think this is where it happened. This is where the squeaky pecker was flung for the first time. Okay, we have Stephen Joyce. He's standing facing this direction. That's the deck. He's in this direction. Here, I think. So we need Stephen José here, in the circle.
Do you want me to stand like him?
Yeah, in there.
Why?
Hands clasped. News media around. News media. Here.
So it hit balls first to the cheek. So, too high. I need you to keep your face open. Oh, fuck, fuck!
Where is it? I can't see. I've got my glasses on.
Think of your country and then launch away.
Okay, so I'm José. Intern, your security.
I know.
I know. Thank you. Landing spot. Super close. So now we need to find out what happened to it after it hit the ground here.
Okay, we probably didn't need to do this, and that kind of hurt the last throw. Just saying.
We tracked the squeaky pecker's last known movements. At the motel, another piece of the puzzle fell into place. An Official Information Act request we'd lodged about the squeaky pecker had come back, and it contained some shocking information. The police had seized one rubber penis on February 5 and allegedly destroyed it on February 10, 5 days later. Strangely, there was only one signature on the form, Inspector Chris McClellan. Like, why would he take 5 days to destroy it? If he was going to destroy the rubber penis, he would have destroyed the rubber penis on the spot. I refused to believe the rubber penis was destroyed. There had to be a way to track it. I needed to speak to Inspector Chris McClellan. Hi there. I'm looking to speak to Inspector Chris McClellan.
Okay, I'll just see, but I haven't seen her.
Is she hiding something?
I don't know, they're just doing the job.
The whole room would be wide up, wouldn't it?
I find that really unlikely. I mean, there's going to be a camera, but...
Well, just don't say anything like too
Yeah, I don't think it's wide up.
incriminating.
He actually is here today, but he's
Oh.
at a meeting. And they've been there all day, so
Oh.
could be whatever. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We've gone dark.
What do you mean?
We've gone aground.
What does that mean?
Well, that meeting is never going to end. That meeting that they are apparently in is never going to end.
What do you mean? He's just in a meeting.
They're not going to call me back. Let's wait here all day. They're not going to call me back. Then while we were eating lunch, they called back.
Oh, hi, Chris.
It was Inspector Chris McClellan. Finally, I could grill him about the rubber penis. I'm filming a documentary series. But I'm in town, so like I could...
What happened?
He threw it in the bin. The rubber penis hadn't been destroyed. If he threw it in the bin, it was still out there. There was only one way to secure it. Follow the trash and find where the rubber penis had been laid to rest.
What?
I see a truck.
What?
Is that a truck?
Is that
Is it a truck? That's a truck. That's a rubbish truck. What's happening? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going
Is he
on?
going to stop? Oh, God, I think he got it. I think
No,
he got it.
wait.
Oh, he got them. He got them. Okay, go.
got them.
Go, but safely.
I
Go
am
safely.
going safely, but I'm not in gear.
Stop. Don't look. Oh, God. That was... Drive. So...
For some reason, I thought rubbish collection was faster than this. I don't know why.
I can still see it. It's a couple of cars away.
Yeah.
I can still see the flashing.
Where?
Keep on going.
Where's the flashing?
Wait, what's that?
Oh my God! Is that not it?
That's not it. It's just a guy doing more mowing.
No, seriously, but
Just
where is
keep on
the?
going, keep on going.
Where is the garbage
It's
truck?
just going down here. It must be going straight.
Where is the garbage truck?
It must be going straight.
Very annoyed that you thought the lawnmower was the garbage truck.
But it was flashing lights. There it is.
Okay, all right.
Completely avoiding detection, we shadowed the truck back through Kirikiri and into the countryside. Before long, our destination was obvious. The Puera landfill. Surely a bright pink rubber penis with a face on it would have drawn attention. Could a curious worker have found and rescued our treasure? I called ahead to ask the landfill manager whether spotting rubber penises amongst the rubbish was a regular thing.
They are a regular thing in the landfill. Time to time they roll off the blade of the bulldozer and you sort of go, oh yeah, and you think about it for a second and you move on.
Another one down.
Yeah, they're in there. They'll definitely be in there.
This was great news.
How is it?
The rubber penis was almost in my grasp. I could feel it out there, calling to me. Mike, I have something to ask you.
Wow. Do you recognise something like this that went through your landfill? It would have been in February 2016.
One, that particular shape, I'm struggling to recall the exact one. But like I said, we get quite a few of those old rubber snakes through the place.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah. It's all there. I'm just not sure where.
Okay.
Stop, man, this is it. Like, stop it. I just waded through like a whole sack full
This
of
isn't the end, Jose. This is not the end.
My dream of getting the Waitangi rubber penis into Te Papa was dead. But this mission had lit a spark in me. I'd realised something in that dump, crawling through unknown horrors. I had to keep digging, but this time through the landfill of New Zealand culture. There had to be dozens of underappreciated relics of Kiwi history out there, maybe hundreds. They deserve to be revered just as much as the Waitangi rubber penis. I was going to find them and get them to Te Papa. Coming up on Get It to Te Papa.
I mean, because it has a face, you don't want to see it sort of knifing itself in the head.